Hello, I'm Chris. This video is going to be showing you how to change the polarity, as it were, on the LCD display by removing the currently fitted polarizer and replacing it with another one that's available for a couple of quid off eBay, used to repair the likes of iPads, etc. So hopefully, because I've not seen this done before on the MT10, taking a lot of inspiration from an MT9 video. Let's see how it goes. Here is my MT10 2016 model. Done a fair bit to it, including the frame bungs that you see there, which I've had made up myself following a design by another MT10 owner, Rolf Bidstrup, and then the rear pillion blanks and hangers, which I have designed and had made up myself. They are available for sale, shameless plug, either on the local UK MT10 forums or through eBay. What we're here for today is changing this from its original dial colours, hopefully, to black and clear. So, as everyone with an MT10 knows, this is the stock display. Nothing wrong with it, and this mod, if it works, will serve absolutely no purpose to anyone else other than it looking like a little bit cooler for yourself. But I fancy giving it a shot, and we'll see how we get on. So the first thing we need to do is get to the dash. Moving these 4 screws will take the wings and the screen off, and then this pops off, and a couple of screws will take that bit off there. So when you're removing this front screen, it's just the 4 screws at the front, and then it's just clipped in here with a little rubber, I don't know, we call it spiky sprocket lug type thing, and then the whole assembly just comes off. Same with the front, this just pulls off, clips here and here, that just go in here, and this bit here, how did I get that? That just pulls off and clips in as well. It's all held in to sort of free play. That'll then give us access, hopefully, to the dash. So these 2 bolts here, there's another one at the side here, another one at the side here. I've already removed those. Undo these. This bit pops off, gives us access to the screws and the main plug for the dash. That will allow us then to actually remove the dash from the bike, and I can go indoors and start disassembling it. Crosshead screw under here. One. Use the little one for that one. No, big one. Two. Three. And that just pulls on up. Now I can pull this back and get to the plug. This is what we're removing here, this little rubber boot, flat blade screwdriver, put it back, exposing the plug here, and then a little pop and a clip, and out comes the dash. Now we'll be taking this inside, removing these screws to get to the display with the polarizing film across there, and that's what we'll be replacing. Okay, all I'm going to do now is remove these screws in order to get access to the LCD screen. Okay, all screws removed, cover pulls off, and here we are, new territory. Next I'm going to take these two screws out. I'll come back and edit this if that's not the case. Okay, removed all the screws, including the 4 that were holding the top board on, and let's see if you can see it. There's a little plug there for the top circuit board to sit on. So that's just popped out. Put that to one side. That's given me access now to the final screw there and there. That should then see the whole assembly come out. It actually turns out that you don't need to remove that. These screws are fixed into the white face here. What you've got these little lugs here, and the reason why the board wouldn't come so freely is because these are on quite tight. Just a gentle lift at the edges with a flat blade and it's popped out nice and easy. I'm now not going to use this because that was just to protect the screen. I'm not going to use this now because I don't know if any engineering minds in there, but this is quite a staticky cloth and I don't want to damage any of the circuitry. In an ideal world I'll be strapped on here, but I'm just going to wing it, see how we get on. But now it's off. This is our TFT display, and on here is a polarizer film. Like on any electrical device that has LCD, TFT, thin film transistors, it comes through and then the screen on top filters out the colours or some sort of magic like that and gives us the display that we've got. And I've got a new screen, new colour that we're going to put on here, and I'll go and get that and show you that now. So this is the polarizer film, nothing much to look at. Comes with a protective film on the front and the rear. One side's adhesive, one side's not. And what I'll do once I've got this one off, we'll then go down, mount that back onto the bike and get the polarizer on at an angle, marking where the top of the screen would be in order to get the right kind of colours and effect that I'm after, hopefully. So what I've done here, I've got myself, find myself doing lots of little fiddly things. So I bought myself this sort of mobile phone screen replacement toolkit for a couple of quid off Amazon. It's got lots of handy sort of scrapers and tweezers, etc, etc. And if you just hook it underneath the corner here, I don't know if you can see that. There's the polarizer, and I'm just going to have to break that very gently and peel that off. I might keep the camera rolling while I do this so you get an idea of what's involved, how long it's likely to take. Just taking the time, really gently. It's quite a thick polarizer that's on here. Now I don't know whether a heat gun would help at all, but I'm not massively inclined to give it a whirl because it's coming off fairly easy. Just doing this. You don't want to be levering too much because you've got the LCD panel there. The last thing you want to do is crack that and completely fuck our entire display. This is going to need some cleaning up afterwards because there's adhesive stuck on the screen. But nicely, just take our time peeling off the polarizer. Now if this doesn't work, I'm fucked because there's no way that's going back down properly. There we go. Original polarizer now beyond repair. And there's our screen. I'll go downstairs and next we'll connect this back up. I'll plug this back in so I can connect the display back to the bike. It should be entirely white and look horrendous, but then when we put the polarizer on, we then should see the effect. Awesome. I really hope. So while we're here, good opportunity. I've got a little bit of moisture on the inside of my screen. Good opportunity to give that a clean and a wipe as well while we're here. So cleaning, I'm just using IPA alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Used to use it all the time when I worked in engineering for cleaning electronic circuit boards, getting rid of flux, and it's all ready. I've gone over this once already. It's doing a really good job of getting off any residue. So you want it to be absolutely spotless when you put your polarizer back on your new one. Otherwise it will just look really poor. Air bubbles, etc. Bit like vinyl wrapping. Need to make sure the surface is all clean, ready for the application of any adhesive based film. I was talking crap now. I'm going to pause it now. I'm just going to finish cleaning this up and I'll start again when this is all reassembled and we're downstairs back at the bike. Right, here we are back on the bike. Dash is connected back up and we will see, hopefully, nothing. And then we put the polarizer over and you've got your inverted display, and depending how you lay it depends on the effect that you get. So at 90 degrees, I don't know how well you can see this, at 90 degrees you've got pretty much standard, and then turn it 180 and you've got your inverted, which I think actually looks much better and is what I'm going for. And again, you move it and you can see the polarizer is what gives the screen its colours. So what I'm going to do now is, I was going to mark what angle I needed the polarizer at. You can get a kind of tripped out bluey kind of effect should you be so inclined. The sun's bright as that, so I don't know how good this is coming out, but helpfully I've got a red line at the top there which gives me the dark polarity that I'm after. So I'm going to cut it like that. So the screen's clean. Give it another wipe because I've got a great big gammy thumbprint from fitting it and moving it back. Just give it a double check. Make sure you got off all the glue, smears and stuff off the screen. I'm tipping it away from you because that's where the light is shining for me at the moment. So I'm happy with that. So that's ready to go on. Got my polarizer. So it's got the line at horizontal there, which just so happens to be exactly how I want it. And I'm going to use this removed one as my template. So the old one is still sticky enough for me to just lay it on top. Already got my 90 degree corners here, this side, so I've literally just got to make 2 cuts And then if it doesn't work out for me, or it's cracked during the night, or I don't know, maybe I want to change it back, I've got a nice spare section. It'll be across here because the 90 degrees, spare section there to pop it back to standard. So literally, a pair of scissors, I'm going to cut this. Now I come in this way, so the scissors follow the edge of the original one. Don't know any weird, awkward cuts. There, all that's spare. This is only saved less than £5 off eBay. I'll see if I can chuck a link up. I've never done that before. You might see from any of my videos you watched. Very new to this, but we'll see how we get on. I'm going to remove this board again because the display sits a lot better. Can't find anything now. It sits a lot better with the plug removed. Now I've got my clean surface. Just need to establish which side's the sticky side on this now. Take the old polarizer back off. Find out which side's the sticky side. I'll do that on here so I don't get grubby fingerprints. I've cut it like that. Pause this because this is going to take a while. Right, establish which side is the sticky side on the big bit, which is the top side from my cut here. So I need to flip it over and this will be the sticky side, he hopes. Double check that. Yeah, sorted. So now I've just got to pull the film off and I'll start recording once I've got it adhered on. So I'm now just applying the film. Got this handy little tool in my toolkit, just bit by bit, just to make sure there's no air trapped underneath to make it look rubbish. Shit under there. No, that's okay. Oh, there's a bit of shit under there. Can't get it off. Bear with me folks, I'll just get some tweezers. Despite my best efforts. Some crap did get underneath. This is probably the hardest part out of all this, which to be honest it's not. A bit of patience and the right tools. It's It's not an arduous task at all, but given that this is purely an aesthetic mod, you want it to look right. And you can see maybe from the camera that my screen is looking all black. Obviously because of the polarization. There we go. Looks like a black screen now, but that will give me the inverted effect that I'm after and what this whole thing is about. And now take the top film off. There we go. I'm now going to reassemble this, put it back together and fit it back to the bike. Just while I'm here, I've sort of reassembled this back together now. I have been asked by one or two about, with the work I've done on my Brembo brake switch, about how can we extinguish the ABS light if we've bypassed the ABS, so people that track their bikes will disconnect it. Short of sticking a bit of tape over the front of this, you can actually plug it up from the inside there, should you choose. Here we are, dash refitted, power on. There we go. Now I do quite like the look of that. I'll chuck a cover over my head in a minute, my bike cover, and we'll see what it looks like in the dark as well. Right, it's not as dark as I thought it would be. I'm sat here like a complete twat with my bike cover over my head, just to give an idea of what it's like illuminated during the night. I like it. I think it will be staying. Don't have nothing more to add to this. Reassembly is going to be the same as how we took it all off, but in reverse order. Thanks for watching. Until next time.